Okay, so part 2 of this update. Since we've got the whole Donna ordeal out of the way, what else to write about? Oh, I've been noticing a weird sort of phenomenon lately going on. I don't know if it's because I've changed and grown up somewhat, or if other people have changed, or some combination of the two, or if the galaxies are just aligning in a strange way. I honestly have no idea what the hell's going on here, but it seems like a lot of people that I hadn't spoken with literally in years all of a sudden are coming out of the woodwork. Like ones that I had fallings out with and wouldn't even speak to for years are suddenly coming out of the woodwork and just being like friendly. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I mean, part of me, I'm a suspicious person, I'm not gonna lie, is wondering, okay, what exactly is the motive here? Because it's like, there's so many of them back to back to back. That's just like, something feels like it's going on probably. And am I about to get screwed over? I'm not quite sure. I'm hoping not, but yeah. I'm gonna do my best not to name names. I'm trying very hard not to. But it's like, one of them, it's just the stupidest story why we had a falling out in the first place, but I hadn't spoken to in, I forget if it's 1 or if it was, I'm thinking it was 2 years. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. And pretty much, we had started being friends in the first place because of like similar fandoms, musical tastes and things, and as time went by, you know, people change a little, their tastes change, and she got in with a bunch of new people. I'm trying not to use anything too identifying here, so I won't even say what band she got into, but she met a lot of new people there, and she tried to get me into them too, and I just really don't like them, so it didn't happen. So she got in close with these people, and I was sort of left in the dust, which was okay, because I was getting more and more into the Liza fandom, and kind of leaving behind all the others for the most part. So it was sort of a mutual distancing, but that's not what did it. I mean, that didn't help any, but, there was some online community she went into. It was like a 3D type thing that my computer couldn't even handle, but even before that, it used to be a pay community, so I'm cheap. I'm not gonna pay for something that I can't hold and touch, but, so I couldn't go into it, and all she would ever freaking do was talk about it. And it started to get on my nerves, and I would try and tell her certain things that had happened in the Liza fandom, and pretty much, yeah, went over her head, in one ear, out the other, and she'd start in about stuff that was going on in this community, and I was trying my best to be happy for her, but one day, I don't know, I must have been PMSing or something. I just snapped and said, well, it must be nice having friends in such high places, and I signed off of Instant Messenger, you know, because, I mean, it seemed like she cared way, way, way more about this other fandom than she did even about me, about one person in it in particular, which, I'm not gonna lie, that hurt, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, there was that. It pretty much, I never intended it to, but it pretty much caused, like, World War III as far as anybody was concerned, because she never spoke to me again after that. And I never really went out of my way to try and talk to her, so it was sort of a mutual, ooh, bad blood thing, and eventually my not speaking to her was interpreted as I was mad at her, and that pissed her off, and it just caused this whole snowball effect thing that, like I said, it was really dumb. I don't even know how it got so blown up into what it was. It just sort of worked out that way. To where, pretty much, yeah, we just plain did not speak, we did not cross paths, anything, for all this time, and then, a couple months ago, just out of the blue, she sends me this message on Facebook, even though we'd been befriended on there since the falling out, saying that she was sorry, and that life's too short, and if I want to be friends again, she wouldn't be opposed, and I pretty much felt the same way, because I had missed her, and I'd like sent her a couple of messages like while she was away, but had like an away message up, sort of trying to mend bad blood, but never got an answer. So I just assumed, okay, she hates me and wants me dead. That's lovely. I'll just go my way, she'll go hers, that'll be that. So that was all patched up. And I thought everything was cool, because we were talking just about every day again on Messenger, and we were talking most nights on the phone really late till like 3 in the morning my time. I mean, I get carried away, but so does she. And I thought it was all cool, and it was just great. I had really missed that. Unfortunately, I don't know what exactly has happened more recently. It could be just she's worked more hours and hasn't been around, or what's going on, but I'm almost wondering if she's somehow mad at me again because she has not been online hardly at all. And then when she has, she's messaged me like once in the past few weeks. And it seems like if I could pinpoint what I think happened, she invited me out across the country. She's in St. Louis right now, so those who are in my circle of friends will know exactly who I'm talking about now. Those who aren't, it's not important. Don't worry about it. Anyway, she invited me out there for my birthday because Eddie Izzard is playing like the day after my birthday there. Well, not playing, performing, I should say. He's not a singer, but anyway. So she said I should ask my dad if he'd let me go. And he said no. And I kind of went back and forth on this for days on end, trying my damnedest to get him to say yes, and it was still a no. And since I couldn't get him to say yes, it seems like it sort of let, I don't know how to put it, like the wind out of her sails, so to speak. And she really hasn't spoken to me hardly at all since then. And I wouldn't think that'd be a reason to get mad at a person, would it? I mean, it was kind of out of my control on that one. I mean, yeah, I'm almost 25, but pretty much as long as I live under this roof, unless I have the money to do something on my own, it's not gonna happen. So, since I don't, it's not. So, I'm a little freaked out currently that she hates me again, but I'm hoping that is misinterpreted and that she's just busy, but so there's that. Wow, I'm already hitting close to the 10-minute mark again. I'm already up to 7. There's another person that was in close with her that, there was kind of bad blood from even further back with her for even stupider reasons that I'm not even gonna attempt going into. It'd been, maybe 4 years with her that, yeah, there was no denying that she was pissed with me. And had no issues telling other people just how much she hated me. I kind of thought she wanted me dead as well. It was almost a mutual thing, but I got over it, and after hearing from the last person I just talked about that she wasn't still mad at me and she was over it, I figured, okay, that's not so bad. I'll try reaching out to her. And we started talking again, and things are cool there, so I'm actually really appreciating that because I have a hard time making newer friends. I appreciate people that I've known longer. So, hopefully things will stay cool there. Then, there's another one that I used to go to school with that I just hadn't spoken with in years and years and years. And like me, she had always been one of the outcasts. And I don't know, there was never any bad blood there, I don't think so. It was just a matter of many years going by and then just starting to talk again, so that's kind of cool. Actually having somebody in the area to talk to, that's very different for me, because usually I only know people from like really far away online, but yeah, we went to school all the way up through about 7th grade together, even though she was a year younger than me, so that was kind of neat, reconnecting with her and talking to her all the time. And then there's another person that found me on Facebook pretty recently that I hadn't spoken with since I was about 16 years old or so. And thanks to what another person said, I had cut ties, but we've just picked up and it's like no time was ever lost, really. It's a really neat feeling, I must admit. It's kind of a trip. It's almost like stepping into a time machine. But anyway, that's about all I can say on that one, because we've only been talking again for a couple days. So. Okay, 10-minute mark. I see you coming up, so on to part 3.